Hey everyone, welcome back to Tony Hawk's Project 8. I'm Aesthetic. With me on these is Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
Canuck Dude.
Yeehaw.
And Zindictive.
Yo lads.
And we are here with the PlayStation Portable version, because this version has an exclusive classic mode on it. Now, the career mode is the same as the Gen 6 version, Xbox PS2, but yeah, this has an exclusive classic mode that's, like the classic mode is in the previous two games. Not only that, but each level has 3 sets of challenges, like different high scores and different locations for the collectibles and different tricks for the do a certain trick in a certain location. I'll be doing pro because this game doesn't play super well.
I saw you did some sick goals, and then you just kind of quit on the second level. It was really Minneapolis that killed it for me. Like, you'll see, for some reason here, your character is really tiny, or they scaled up everything, and just speed is weird. But, yeah, I also want to point out that, they did all this work with Classic Mode. Oh my fucking god,
you remember the levels that were in American Wasteland's Classic Mode? A couple Tony Hawk ones, some ones from Thug 2 Remix, and then, one new level, The Ruins. Shaba basically just took that level set and did that for Classic Mode here. It's the same, Tony Hawk 1 levels, Chicago, Mall, downtown, and then The Ruins again. The differences is they basically took any levels they actually introduced back in Thug 2 Remix, because I guess it was like, these levels can't be 3 games in a row, that's too much, and replace those. But they did do some interesting replacements there, featuring some games that haven't had representation in Classic Mode yet. We have Alcatraz from Tony Hawk 4 and Hawaii from Tony Hawk Underground here instead. Okay. But we are going to start it out with playing Chicago again, Mall again, Minneapolis
I'm sorry,
again.
I am fucking speechless at how small you are. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I mean, you start out with 7 out of 10 in every stat. It's not that my speed stat is only 2.
Speechless.
I know that Pro Skater 1 had a big skater back then compared to, later games, but holy fucking shit, the maps were not this big.
Yeah, I mean, just especially you can compare how I did in American Wasteland versus here. In American Wasteland, I was flying about, doing everything great, and here, I was struggling. You'll see basically every level, I'll run into some awkward situation where it looks awkward, and it sure as hell felt awkward.
When you first showed up, the camera was really close up, and I was like, oh, you seem pretty big, and now, you actually next to stuff, it's oh, jeez, yeah, you seem kind of small.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It's a little weird. A little jank.
Yeah.
And also, this game kind of controls weirdly on the PSP.
Does it now?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. But here's something. Nail the Trick is in Classic Mode here. On the PSP, with one foot you control with the D-pad. With the other foot, you control that with the face buttons. Triangle, square, circle, X. So it's 2 digital things. You don't have to mess with thumbsticks.
Huh.
But I'm not really going to use it.
Is that better?
That feels awkward, honestly.
It kinda is, because that means that you never get, mostly up, but kinda to one side or the other.
Yeah.
That is true.
I'm horrendous. I'm absolutely horrendous when it comes to, one-to-one mapping of control stick direction to where... if a game's requiring certain inputs, it's part of the reason why I'm so bad at, fighting games that require you to do, quarter circle turns or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm fucking horrible at those, because I don't even know whether I'm pointing the stick directly up. So, you ask me to do 2 quarter circle turns really fast, and then this, I'm never gonna be able to do that. So, having digital buttons would be, I think, or I guess... I don't know how to describe this. Having buttons would be better for me.
Remix, I applaud Remix for what they're able to accomplish with the controls and everything, but this feels like a bit of a step down.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Canuck, how did it play in your experience?
It just kinda... I think they did a pretty decent job porting it to the PSP. It wasn't as good of a port as Thug 2 Remix was. But yeah, the control the American Wasteland engine on the PSP just kind of made it feel like a bit too loose, a bit too hard to control, you know? Especially with something that I was thinking about recently, that I mentioned to you, was that because the shoulder buttons, you only have 2 shoulder buttons on the PSP, and so those are for like walking and reverts and stuff, so you can't spin with any like triggers or shoulder buttons on the PSP, which, since you spin slower in this game in general, that's kind of an even bigger problem here.
Yeah. Also, I gotta say this right now, your created skater is not as cool as the punk dude.
It actually is the punk base, but I decided to actually go into the clothing options and customize somewhat.
Mellow him out.
Yeah, I turned him gray.
Yeah.
He seriously looks like the kind of guy that would kind of shank you in the fucking parking lot.
I think he looks like a dude who's trying to look unsuspicious.
I think he's
How
the
do
kind
you do,
of
fellow teens?
I think he's the kind of person who listened to Bad Religion 5 years ago, but now listens to bands like Interpol.
Like, he's got the suspicious mustache. That's all I gotta say. Well, looks like I have a
Except the one that
mustache.
he doesn't have.
Does he have a mustache? I don't think he has a
It looked like
mustache.
he
I think
did.
It's drawn on.
I will say one other thing that, you know, is an improvement in this version over the PSP of Thug 2 Remix, is that you do have camera control while off your board.
That's good.
They
Oh,
got
yeah.
rid of the you can walk or run thing, and now you know, D-pad is just run. So
thank
the
God.
little thumbstick knob is always camera.
Yeah, that was always
So you're
annoying
saying they
in
got
Remix.
rid of the Thug 2 walk?
Right.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. There's
That makes
no-
me a little sad, I'll
There's
be
no
honest.
Thug 2 Remix walk here. There is instead Project 8 PSP crash or weird
Oh, good.
fucking moment. God, especially when we get to Downhill Jam. Oh yeah, they replaced one of the Thug 2 Remix levels with Downhill Jam as well, but that was already remade for Thug 2, so it's like, okay, you
Yeah.
probably just took what they did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ska.
It
Shaba.
kind of blows my mind, like, where did they draw the line on level of effort in between making their classic mode most of what Neversoft just did for the previous game, and then making 3 sets of goals for each level with different locations for everything.
I am
know.
still trying to adjust to the size thing.
I guess making goals is probably a little easier than making, well, not a little easier. It's probably significantly easier than making whole new levels, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Simpler.
I don't know, was it just like was it like a late addition, or was it like a, hey, this isn't the version most people will play, we don't need to make like 8 new ports. You know,
Yeah,
we
that's
could-
my
let's
guess.
Just,
Yeah.
Hey, Neversoft, can we just copy your homework?
Yeah.
I just looked it up. This port wasn't handled by Shaba. It was handled by Page 44 Studios. So I wonder if this was something that they just added in post to their port job. Like, not in post, but
So, Page 44 took Shaba's Gen 6 version and made the PSP version.
yeah, they took their port and ported this. They ported a port.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
I mean, it's not the worst port I've ever heard of,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Okay,
that
well.
kind of signifies laziness to me.
I thought Shaba was behind the PSP as well.
Yeah.
So. Page 44 will actually handle the Gen 6 version of Proving Ground as well, so
Oh, really?
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
I guess they
Well,
liked
also
what they
the-
saw with this.
I thought I was gonna, have to introduce them there, but here it's like, okay, well, Page 44 was contacted by work. I don't know shit about them.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
They just
They
exist.
seemed, their logo rung a bell with me for something. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking the Mizuno logo or something, like that baseball glove company. Kind of looks like their logo.
I don't know,
But-
dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah. It
Oh,
looks like,
man.
they also made the PS2 version of Freak Style.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Damn.
Okay.
So they
Yeah.
freaking.
Yeah, they freaking.
And then in 2011, they were bought by Zynga and then pretty much immediately closed.
Zynga.
Zynga bought them, they made a game called Party Place, and then they shut the studio down.
Dang.
Well, that's sad.
They also made the PS2, PSP, and Xbox versions of the Godfather game.
So they started by freaking out, and then they got zingered.
Yeah.
Damn, that's.
They also
you gotta
made
watch out for that in life.
The first game on the Wikipedia for them is the PS1, PS2, and Windows version of NHL 2001.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Was that any good, Canuck? I assume you've played it.
I played the PS1 version of NHL 2000, and it was a fine game.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Since they were porting NHL 2001, and it was like a port,
Sailboats.
I'd imagine it
Yeah.
wasn't.
The Impossible Sucky Room? What was...
Yeah.
Impossible the Sucky Room.
Yeah, you need to do an impossible, and I guess it was like the shitty room back in Tony Hawk 1, because you'll get a message about how this is like a clean version or something. I don't know. Yeah, Minneapolis gave me some shit. That's where you saw I gave up on sick mode, because like one of the skate letters is in such a fucked up place that I gave up. I gave up on trying to do sick for this classic mode due to like that one thing. Well, and every time I ran into some other dumb shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like you can easily do that.
I definitely got in and out on this version. Like I didn't, figure out all. Also, there were like way more stat points than you think there should be. You start with like 7s or 6s and everything, so you think like, okay, 8 levels, 5 stat points, 40 overall. But no, like some levels have so many fucking stat points. My stats are maxed here already.
There was
I just
one
didn't
level.
show me putting them in.
Do they carry over for the skaters?
I don't know. But I was playing through on sick mode, and I forget which level it was. But there was one level with like 10 stat points. Like
Probably
it was.
Alcatraz.
I believe
Passed
it was
by like
Alcatraz.
10 stat points in Alcatraz.
Yeah, it's insane. I'll say Minneapolis for a long time has been one of my least favorite levels in the entire series. And after I went back and played Pro Skater 1 like a few months back, my opinion kind of changed on it specifically for that game. Because I think it's fine. Like, level design, it's fine.
We're not hearing anything you're saying.
Once you know what to do
robot.
for the challenges in Pro Skater 1, it's fine. But here, I always...
We don't know what you're saying, so anyways.
My connection's better now, but, and whenever they brought it back for classic mode, it's just terrible. I always hate, like, whatever goals they make for the challenge mode, or the classic mode.
It's got a very different feel than the other levels.
It does. That did just say the Impossible Sucky Room.
Yeah.
In like the text. That's a great name.
Yeah, I mean this does obviously play is a better level in a better engine. I was fine with it in American Wasteland's classic mode. Here it's just hitting every fucking thing, or like, especially again, since you're so slow, actually jumping between the roofs is a problem. Like that, doing the sucky room gap or something you had to be really precise. Like you had to push at the right time and get the right jump. And like if you watch other people's videos, some of these ramps seem to have like a boost thing. Like if you watch like Benedict gameplays, some of that has a boost, but I don't get that boost. Or maybe I do like once, but I don't know how to get it.
I have experience with the whole boosting thing of ramps, considering that was a thing in like Fug 1 of some gaps, and it's like, it's really shitty. They always put it in specific spots. You have to do it specifically in specific timing and shit. It sucks.
Yeah, like I have like the big spin shifty literally just because it's a trick that turns you around, so I know I can do it and then be going non-switch at something.
Yeah.
That's basically, like, I have it because it's a guarantee. Like, if I line it up going away from it, it'll... But yeah.
Anyway, I know there was a lot of logic to, like, the items you would have to find and shit.
Did you note how the gap didn't register?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
That's beautiful. I don't know why that just happened. Thanks, game.
Here we go. And... sailboat.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
But, like,
Fucking
see how
sucky
perfect
room.
I had to be?
Yeah.
Like, you compare this especially to 1 and 2 Remake, where you can, like, it's so fluid, and you can like jump and wall ride one of these walls and jump up to the roof, and it's awesome. And here it's like I literally have to take the long ass path because I get no fucking air otherwise.
Pretty much.
I get no fucking air, so I can't do my own thing.
And no wonder it's a sucky room, the impossible sucky room, because the fucking thing's janky as shit.
Yeah.
Also, has anyone been to this location before in real life? Because I wonder what the fuck's up with the sailboats.
I don't know what that is.
Minneapolis? I don't know.
I mean, I've got some friends who've been to Minneapolis, but besides that, I've never been myself. Maybe somebody can explain it in the comments.
Yeah.
Maybe sailboats has some other,
Yeah.
some other...
It's a metaphor
I don't know.
for life.
I mean, like... I mean, here's a real stretch for you. It looks like it's been raining here. Maybe it's a reference to It, where Georgie loses his sailboat.
I wouldn't say a reference to It. Maybe it's just a reference to the concept of
Putting a sailboat on the
sidewalk
Yeah.
when it rains.
I mean, I've never seen anyone actually do that, but I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the last goal that you're trying to get here?
The sailboats, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collect all of them.
Yeah, that was why I didn't like this level in the Project 8 remake. Because I just don't have space in my brain anymore to remember the 5 locations of things.
Games made your brain dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brain
Video games also made you violent, so...
Yeah. I mean, just with this version, the longer the goal, the more dumb shit you're gonna run into.
Yeah, that too.
So, you know. Okay,
All right.
well, so this is a little more new to me, but if you had American Wasteland Collector's Edition, you also already saw Marseille in that version.
Hell yeah.
But, like, I didn't play that, so it was a little more new to me.
Yeah.
Though, okay, I do gotta say, with the 1 and 2 remake, for taking all the skaters and going back through, getting all the stat points, maxing all of them out and shit, if I have to play these levels one more time, I'm gonna fucking scream. Just, oh my
get the
god,
feeling.
I burned myself out. I should have, I don't know, not like I tried to rush it, but it was just like,
I know.
well...
Like, when you have a level appear like 9 times or something like that, it's like... Yeah, I think it's time to shelve the fucker already.
Downhill Jam.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's favorite level.
It's weird. I actually really like it when games remake levels, but like, you know, I don't know what the difference is. Like, for me, a lot of the games I play with where levels get remade are things like first-person shooters, right? Like, in Halo, there was Lockout and then Blackout, and you know, they recreated it several other times or whatever, and they made it easy. You know, other people have recreated it. And it's like, that's all really cool, but like, that's fundamentally different, because that's kind of just, all you're getting there is the level layout.
Yeah.
You know? The mechanics of the game are still the mechanics of the game. I think the fact that every one of the Tony Hawk games requires you to interact so heavily with the level, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't be saying that if I didn't have to, you know, do each one like 24 times from the 1, 2 remake and, you know, get the same stat points in the same locations for like most of the cast, because most of them were street and, you know.
Yeah.
I think like one of the big appeal like of seeing something remade is that it's remade probably in a different engine, or even like honestly even more curiously when it's demade, such as like, you know, seeing the Pro Skater 3 levels and Pro Skater 4 levels in the PS1 engine. And, you know, seeing Pro Skater 1 and Pro Skater 2 levels in the new PS2 engines, such as being able to play all of them, or some of them, in Underground Pro.
Yeah.
Like, also, like, another example that's not Tony Hawk, when they snuck a level from SSX 3 in the SSX remake.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really interesting.
Yeah, that's
So, like, you know,
that's probably it. It was mainly like Minneapolis, Mall, Chicago, here, where I literally did them one game ago.
yeah. And
it's just-
Downhill Jam, which has been done in everything.
And it's not so much that they're asking you to like revisit something nostalgically. It's like very early in the game, you're required to redo things you just did.
Yeah, and
You
I
know?
mean,
If it was like a remake that happens at the end of the game, then it's a bonus. If it's at the very beginning of the game, now
here
it's
come the wood. What?
Okay.
Looks like dog shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
Are you playing this on an emulator?
Yeah.
That may have been an emulator issue.
Okay.
So it actually
I
plays
played this on
animation.
both PPS, SPP, and on actual hardware, and I don't remember it being that bad on
So strange.
PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm noticing the body just gets all weird sometimes. Some of these
Yeah.
tricks just appears out of nowhere.
I really hope that, you know, speaking of remakes and stuff, you know, I really hope like this level and like other levels are getting remade in 1 and 2. You know? Like,
I mean, this is from 2. It did get
Yeah,
remade.
it did.
Yeah. This
Oh
is
right, that's true.
First
Yeah,
Get It
I
too.
just mean,
Yeah.
I just mean like the games that you know, the level creator is so complex now that you know, I would love to see people recreate
Like
some
Pro
of the older
Skater
levels.
3, 4, what have you.
Well, yeah, but like just the fact that you can do that, put it all in one space would be really cool. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see what they do. I imagine they probably will make a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remake, or just a 3 remake or something. A 3-make even.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Damn.
That was half a classic mode. Next time, it'll get a little more interesting. We'll see some levels for the first time. Again, Alcatraz and Hawaii in the back half of this. So yeah, join us then.